This week's Sedra talks about what's commonly translated as leprosy, tzarat. There are all sorts of leprosies. In fact, it's not the leprosy that we know about today. It was a spiritual malaise. There could have been leprosy on the house. There could be all sorts of reasons for the Metzora. And the Metzora, a person suffered from tzarat often because he was motzi shem ra, misuse of the use of language. He spoke lashon hara. Now, for having done such a sin, the person, when he was recovered, had to bring a korban, a sacrifice to the Beit HaMikdash. Now, the special korban for a Metzora was 2 birds. He brought 2 birds. Why birds? Because birds twitter. It's to remind him, you got into this trouble because of your mouth, the way you used your language, the way you spoke. But why 2 birds? And another question, the odd thing, 1 bird was slaughtered and used, and the other bird was sent away, to fly away. The Zohar HaKadosh says, why 2 birds? Because a person is punished for lashon hara, for bad things, he says, and for lashon hatov. How can you be punished for lashon hatov? The Sfat Emet says, the explanation is as follows. Lashon hara, we understand you have to be punished. But sometimes a person should be punished because of lashon hatov, positive language. Not positive language that he used, that he didn't use. Sometimes you could have given a word of encouragement. Sometimes you could have given a word of hope. Sometimes you could have remonstrated about something. Sometimes you could have become involved. You could have used your lashon hatov, and you didn't. You didn't want to get involved. You wanted to be quiet. You wanted to sit at the side. You didn't care that somebody else was suffering because you didn't say that lashon hatov, that positive insight, the positive words. That is why the bird that represents the lashon hatov, is sent away to remind you, you've got to continue, you've got to do your work, you've got to speak out for the good. It's a wonderful lesson we should learn. Sometimes we're so careful not to say lashon hara, but perhaps we can also, with the same care, try and find opportunities to say lashon hatov, to say supportive, encouraging words to our friend, our neighbor, our family. That way, we won't be guilty of the sin of Metzora, not by saying lashon hara, but by using our power of speech to say lashon hatov.
Moment of Wisdom. Sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.